Minglaba. I am Jack Ong from CIMA's advancement team and I am your host for this event. On behalf of CIMA, I'd like to welcome you to the CIMA Lecturers Conference Myanmar 2014. This is a special day for CIMA and this is the first Lecturers Conference held by CIMA in Myanmar. It is a great pleasure to have all principals, lecturers and tutors of our strategic learning partners in Myanmar to be here with us this morning. So our invited guests, welcome to CIMA. Today's lecture conference aims to give you an overview of our newly launched 2015 CIMA Professional Qualification and Assessments and the reason behind the change, the examination information, as well as the support which will be provided by CIMA. Without further ado, allow me to invite Mr. Michael Yee, Country Manager, Myanmar, to say a few words. Michael, please.
Minglaba. Can you hear me? You can, right? All right, a very good morning to all of you. I'm Michael. Before I start, let me introduce the CIMA team who's here today. Okay, first of all, I'd like to introduce Mr. Peter Stewart. He's the Director of Learning and he's from the UK, right? And he will be here to brief us on our 2015 professional qualification as well as assessments. Right. Next, Mr. Venkat Ramanan, I'm sure all of you know him, right? He's the head of Southeast Asia, okay, and he's based at the, a few of us are actually based at the Southeast Asia office located in Malaysia. And we have Miss Christine Oh, right? She's the Regional Learning and Development Business Partner, okay? Yeah, that's Christine. I think a lot of you have actually received email from her, right? And we have Auntie Wendy, okay.
Dorothy.
Right. She's our chief representative in CIMA. I'm sure all of you know her. Okay, and we have Jack here. He has already introduced himself. Right. Once again, welcome to the CIMA Lecturers Conference Myanmar 2014. It's indeed glad for me to see all of you. Okay, I think. We have met the principals, we have met some of you, but today I see some new faces. But I'm sure you're not new in CIMA, right? Since our first intake last year, in July 2013, we have seen tremendous improvement in terms of student results, as well as student feedback on the lecturers, the centers, as well as the tutors. I'm not too sure, some of you, some of the centers you call them lecturers, some of the centers you call them tutors, right? But we received very good feedback. Now, this morning the session is about our 2015 professional qualification as well as assessment. When we first introduced this revised syllabus as well as assessments, a lot of people actually ask us why. Why change? Right? Let me tell you one thing. Okay, the only constant in this world is change, right? We will have to adapt to changes from time to time. For your information, CIMA actually revises its syllabus every 5 years. But it's not just because of the change. We don't change because we need to change, right? More on top of that, we are here to address some issues faced by employers as well as employees, the graduates, facing nowadays. Now, according to the report by McKinsey, 75 million young graduates over the world, okay, who cannot find a job. Now, it's not because there's no job available. On the other hand, on the other side of the world, the employers say that there are a lot of vacancies which are not filled up. Now, why this happen? Okay, it's not because they do not know each other. Okay, the employers do not know the employees. Okay, it's because there is a gap in terms of employability, right? There is a gap in skills. Now, I always like to relate this to matchmaking session, right? Now, a lady is looking for a husband. Her requirements are very simple. Okay, she is looking for someone who is gentle, who is well educated, who is success in his career, right, and who is very soft-spoken, right? So she went to this matchmaking session, and a guy who came to this, who wanted to look for a wife, yeah, he went to this session, right? He is actually probably in his early 20s. Of course, he just got a job, right? And he went for this matchmaking session with shorts, with slipper, with singlet, with pink color hair. Right? The moment he sat down, he said, "Mengapa? Tidak." Right? Oh, he actually scared the lady off because he is not what she wanted. Right? Of course, the girl wouldn't choose him. Right? Now, back to the scenario which I mentioned just now. Right? On one hand, young people say that they cannot find a job. On the other hand, the employer say they cannot find people to fill up the gap, to fill up the vacancies. Right? There is a mismatch of skills. Of course, in CIMA, we are not producing people to go for a matchmaking session. But over here, okay, CIMA's objective is to produce confident and competent management accounting professionals in order to lead and who can lead and guide the organizations into a sustainable success. Now, competent, well, if students who have gone through the syllabus as well as passed all the exams, they will be competent. They are good at what they are doing. But in terms of confidence, this is where, okay, all of us here will have to play a role, right? How does a student become confident, right? Based on the research done in 17 countries with over 200 organizations, CIMA has actually come up with what we call the competency framework, right? Now, it's stated that a good accountant or particularly a good management accountant, he or she will need to possess 4 important skills. The first one is core accounting skills. Someone who is good in what he or she is doing, which is accounting. You cannot call yourself an accountant if you do not know accounting. That's number 1. Number 2, business acumen. Someone who knows the business very well. Someone who has the business sense, who can actually help the business to grow. Number 3, people skills. Someone who can communicate. Someone who can influence the rest. And number 4, leadership skills. Someone who can lead and guide the team as well as the organization into sustainable success. Now, CIMA 2015 professional qualification as well as assessment are designed, okay, to equip students with all these skills, right? With students who have all these skills, they will become confident and competent management accounting professionals. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will not be able to achieve all this without you. Each and every one of you here this morning is very important to us. We have received very good feedback from the principals as well as the students, saying that each and every one of you is very committed, is very dedicated. And I believe, okay, with the collaboration between CIMA as well as lecturers, the tutors, as well as the principals, we will be able to help our young generation, okay, to pursue a professional qualification. And I believe all of us here, okay, are ready to support them, okay, in their journey achieving success. With that, thank you once again for attending this session, and I hope you enjoyed the session. Okay, thank you, and saya sudah tiba.
Thank you, Michael.